Imagine a country of two worlds, a prosperous industrial north humming with modern factories, bustling trade, and high-tech urban centers, and a beautiful, resource-rich south steeped in ancient history but struggling with poverty, underdevelopment, and limited opportunities. This isn't a simple tale of two different regions. It's the profound and enduring paradox of Mexico, a nation of immense potential that is fundamentally divided. Why is there such a stark and persistent economic gap between Mexico's north and its south? What historical forces, geographical features, and modern policies have created this chasm of wealth? Prepare to uncover the fascinating, often surprising reasons behind this national divide as we dive deep into a story of borders, revolutions, trade, and culture. Stay with us until the very end to understand the incredible efforts now underway to bridge this gap. Welcome to Young Curiosity, where we unravel the mysteries that shape our world. If you're fascinated by global paradoxes and complex historical puzzles, you're in the right place. Please take a moment to smash that like button, subscribe to Young Curiosity for more mind-bending insights, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Your support helps us bring these incredible topics to life. First, let's look at the historical roots of this divide, a story that begins centuries ago. During the colonial era, the Spanish crown focused its efforts on extracting wealth from the resource-rich central and southern regions of Mexico. This is where they found gold, silver, and vast agricultural lands suitable for large-scale farming using indigenous labor. Cities like Mexico City, Puebla, and Oaxaca flourished as centers of colonial power, trade, and culture. The North, however, was seen as a harsh, arid, and largely empty frontier. It was far less appealing for settlement and resource extraction, so it remained sparsely populated and underdeveloped for centuries. This initial focus created a legacy of investment and institutional development in the South, while the North was largely ignored by the colonial and early post-independence governments. The South's long-established centers of population and power contrasted sharply with the North's frontier status, setting the stage for the economic divergence that would follow centuries later. Then came the geographical factor, which further deepened the divide. The South is characterized by dense jungles, fertile valleys, and a rich, biodiverse landscape. While this geography was perfect for agriculture, it also made it difficult to build infrastructure. Mountains, rivers, and rainforests posed significant barriers to building railways and modern highways, isolating many communities and hindering economic integration. The North, in contrast, is dominated by arid deserts, flat plains, and a drier climate. While less suitable for agriculture, this open terrain proved much easier for infrastructure development. This created a profound irony. The less naturally fertile North became more connected, while the more agriculturally rich South remained geographically isolated from the rest of the country and the world. This natural barrier continues to be a major obstacle to the South's economic progress even today. Do you think a country's geography is its destiny? Let us know. The true turning point, however, was the proximity to the United States. Mexico's 3,145-kilometer, 1,154-mile border with the U.S. proved to be a powerful, transformative economic engine for the northern states. In the 1960s, the Mexican government established the Maquiladora program, a groundbreaking initiative that allowed foreign companies to set up factories in the north to import raw materials duty-free, assemble products using cheap Mexican labor, and then export them back to the U.S. This program, which boomed with the passage of NAFTA in 1994, transformed northern cities like Tijuana, Ciudad Juarez, and Monterrey into industrial powerhouses. The South, far from this economic magnet, was left out of this industrial boom, relying instead on traditional agriculture, a nascent tourism industry, and remittances from workers who were forced to migrate north in search of a better life. the advent of the One North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, in 1994 and its successor, USMCA, only accelerated this divide. These landmark trade agreements opened up Mexico's economy to the U.S. and Canada, creating a powerful economic corridor along the northern border. Northern states like Nuevo León, Coahuila, and Chihuahua became deeply integrated into the North American supply chain, specializing in sophisticated manufacturing and high-value exports. Foreign direct investment, FDI, poured into the North, creating millions of jobs and driving unprecedented growth. The South, with its weaker infrastructure and heavy reliance on traditional agriculture, simply struggled to compete. Small-scale farmers were often outpaced by large industrialized agricultural companies, leading to a decline in rural economies and a mass exodus of workers seeking better opportunities in the North or across the border. This concentration of wealth and opportunity has led to a significant infrastructure and investment gap. The northern states and central region have superior road, rail, and port networks meticulously designed to facilitate efficient trade with the U.S. and global markets. This robust infrastructure, in turn, makes the North an even more attractive location for new businesses and international investment, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of prosperity. Meanwhile, the southern states, including Chiapas, Oaxaca, and Guerrero, have historically received far less investment in critical infrastructure. Their airports, roads, and rail systems are often underdeveloped, making it incredibly difficult to transport goods efficiently and attract major industries, further perpetuating their economic struggles and isolation from global trade. The socio-political landscape also plays a crucial and complex role. While both regions face challenges, the North has become a key transit point for powerful drug cartels, leading to high levels of violence and security concerns in some areas. However, the economic engine of the North is so powerful and resilient that it often withstands these shocks, with businesses continuing to operate despite the risks. The South, on the other hand, has seen its own share of political instability and social unrest, often tied to land rights and indigenous issues. This instability, combined with a lack of economic opportunity, can make the region less appealing to large-scale investment, even with its rich tourism potential and natural beauty. However, Mexico's government is not ignoring this problem. A major focus of recent administrations has been to bridge the North-South gap through ambitious infrastructure projects. The most prominent example is the Tehuantepec Interoceanic Corridor, a multi-billion-dollar project aiming to connect the Pacific and Gulf of Mexico coasts via a modern railway, new highways, and upgraded ports. This corridor is designed to rival the Panama Canal and, crucially, to bring much-needed jobs, investment, and economic dynamism to the long-neglected southern states. Other major initiatives, like the Maya Train, are also aimed at stimulating the southern economy and creating a more balanced, unified nation. Ultimately, Mexico's economic divide is a complex tapestry woven from centuries of history, powerful geographical barriers, and the transformative influence of its northern neighbor. The North, with its arid land but prime location for trade, became an industrial powerhouse, while the resource-rich but isolated South lagged behind. Today, a new chapter is being written, with ambitious projects designed to rebalance the nation's economic heart. It's a grand experiment to see if infrastructure, investment, and political will can finally unite two very different Mexicos, creating a more equitable future for all. Do you think these projects can truly bridge the wealth gap in Mexico? Share your thoughts below.